over run. What does that mean? Rise over run. Well, if something rises, think about the sun when it rises in the morning. What's it doing? It's going up, right? So the rise is how much we went up. So if we were at this 0 right here at the beginning, we went up 1, 2, and then we went over, or we ran, okay, rise over run. We ran over 1 spot, okay? So our slope in this one would be 2 over 1. Why? Because I went up 2 over 1, okay? Rise over run, up 2 over 1. Does that make sense? If it's not, I have to get out of here to be in the chat. Does that make sense? Rise over run, because that's kind of an important part of it. Run, yes. Okay, some people, yes, yes, yes. Okay, rise over run. So I'm going to go back to it one more time. Okay. My chart. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I started here. My next plot was here at 1, 1. My next plot was here at 2, 2. My next plot was here at 3, 3. Okay. So then it's the rise over the run. So it goes up. I went up 1 and over 1. So my slope would be 1 over 1. Okay. This is also just 1 because 1 over 1 is 1, but that's not, you know, for the sake of this. And that is your slope. What's the slope of this? It's 1 over 1 because I did rise over run. Okay, I did rise over run. Going back to the quiz here and looking at it, okay, and I probably should have done this first, but I'm going to go through it. So it's asking, so the first question is, what is the slope in the first example? And I want you guys to either do this, so we're going to, you know, do it a little bit differently today. Here's our first example on the screen right here. The question is asking you, what is the slope in the first example? That one should be pretty easy to figure out. What is the slope? Because it says right there what the slope is, okay? Remember, the slope is the m, okay? And you'll see in the notes. So let's go back. I'm going to go back and forth here. What is the slope in the first example? That should almost be a freebie, okay? Is it 2, 3, 0, or 5, okay? So they're providing you, they gave you basically definitions here. What's the slope in the first example, okay? You guys can do it one of 2 ways. You can either write this stuff down on the side, or if you want to go back over and click what the answer is on that quiz right now.
It's your screenshot because I'm using my phone.
Yeah, you guys can do, hey, everything, guys, there's no requirement. You know, when me and Phil were talking stuff, we're obviously big on notes. It's like, whatever you got to do. Some people write it down. Some people take a picture. Some people screenshot it, whatever's going to help you. Okay. So it's almost like a freebie. Okay. So we just went over rise over run. Okay. We just went over rise over run. Rise over run gives us what? Okay. What did that give us? So remember, and it was part of the last question, when we did the rise, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? My plot was here, my plot was here, my plot was here. That rise over run gave us what? I'll give you a hint. It's the same as the M. Okay? It's the same as the M. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. And this is just another example, guys, okay? So now it's going to go on and it's going to ask you, okay, what is the new plot in the second example after we use the slope? Okay, so here's our second example, right? They're giving us, this is the exact same thing I just drew, except it's a little bit more clean, okay? The dot is actually on the line, Why is it on the line? Well, because the slope, or I'm sorry, the first y-intercept is 0, 4. So what did I do? I started right here. Well, I went over 0. So I never moved. And then I went up 4 because remember, it's rise over run. So the rise was 0, the run was 4. Okay, so I went over 0. Now I look at the next one, 4. So I went up 1, up 2, up 3. Oh, look, that's where the new dot is at 0, 4. Okay, that's where the new dot is. That's how they got it there. If it was 1, 4, we would have went over 1 and then up 4. The dot would have been there. If it was 2, 4, we would have went, the dot would be here. It's all based on where the numbers are. Okay, it's all based on where the numbers are. This one, so we're starting at 0, 4. That's not what the question is asking us. It is asking us, come on. It is asking us, what is the new plot after we use the slope? Well, the slope in here, they're going to give you the fact that the slope is 2. Okay, so you will rise 2 and run 1. What we have to do is we have to move the plot and see where it goes. Okay, so if we know the slope is 2, which is rise run 2 over 1, right? Rise over run. I went up 2 because that's the rise, and 1 is the run. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take that plot and I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to rise 2. So now I'm here, and I'm going to run 1. So now I am here. Come on. Oh. Okay, now I'm here. Take your first step, and so what it does is it's actually going to show you here. Okay. This example that's on your guys' screen right now is the exact same one as this one. If you'll look 0, 4, well, guess what? We are now, this is that 0, 4 is right here. Okay, that's that 0, 4. Slope is 2. You'll see their little box. They cleaned it up. Rise 2, run. What the question is asking you is, what is this plot? Okay, what is this plot? And you're going to get 3 choices here. Okay, is it 1, 6? Is it over 1 up 6? Is it 6, 1? Is it over 6 up 1? Or is it 0 and 4? Okay, when it's moved, that's what the question is asking you. Where is this plot? This dot right here, where is it? Okay, where is this dot? So if you want to screenshot that and then remember, oh yeah, it's this many and this many. Okay. I'm going to check this, make sure we're. Okay, good. Okay, now the last 2 questions in here. One of them says a positive slope goes what? And one of them says a negative slope goes what? Okay, we're not going to deal a lot with the negative slopes, but if you'll see here, so the example I did earlier, the example that I did earlier where I had added dots, right? Like I would add, if I wanted to keep going in this, I would add more dots. Like I went up 2 over 1. So if I went up 2 over 1, I'd have a dot there. If I went up 2 over 1, I'd have a dot there, right? And you could end up with this arrow connecting all the dots. Because we went up, right? We're going up this way. That's a positive slope. Hint, hint. If it's a positive slope, we're going up this way. We can also have a negative slope. So let's say my plot was, my first one was here, then there was one here, and one here, and I had my arrow. right? Well, I'm here. How much did I go up? Oh, wait, I didn't go up. I had to go down to get there. Now I'm at this dot and I'm trying to get to that one. How much did I go up? Oh, wait, I didn't go up. I went down to get there. I have to go to the next dot. I had to go down to get there. That's negative because even though it's rise over run, so rise meaning up is positive, I had to go negative. So really it's a definition thing. Okay, this one right here, these last two questions, I mean, if you were, paying attention right there, you're going to probably get those two. Positive slope goes which way, negative slope goes which way. Okay, and this is just kind of the same thing. It's kind of the beginning of it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can do with graphing.